All right, so you're thinking about Ireland for uni, huh? I bet your head's spinning with all the choices.
Yeah, picking a university is a big deal anywhere, but heading to a whole new country like Ireland, that adds another layer, doesn't it? I mean, you've got the courses themselves, figuring out what you want to specialize in, then there's the whole career side of things, and of course, the cost. And fitting into a new culture, too.
Definitely a lot to unpack. That's exactly why we're doing this deep dive today.
We're going to dig into all the essential info you need.
We've got guides, we've looked at those university rankings everyone's talking about, plus we've got some expert opinions to share.
By the end of this, you should have a way better grasp on those top Irish universities and how to actually make this massive decision for your studies, looking ahead to 2025.
And it's not a bad place to start. Think about Ireland, right?
Right.
And it's got a solid reputation for good quality education.
Yeah, the research coming out of Ireland is top-notch too, and it helps that it's known for being a pretty welcoming place. Plus, more and more, you see graduates launching their careers there, making Ireland their home.
Okay, let's get down to it. When you look at the universities in Ireland, one name always seems to be right at the top.
Trinity College Dublin, or TCB for short. It's not just a name, though. It consistently ranks as the best in Ireland, and you'll find it in the global top 100, too, according to the QS World University Rankings.
Those rankings look at a lot of factors, right? Like what employers think, how good the academics are.
Exactly. It takes the whole picture into account. What I find fascinating about TCD is the history. Founded way back in 1592, so it's been a powerhouse of knowledge for centuries, and they're still pushing the boundaries of research today.
But they're not stuck in the past, are they? I mean, subject-wise, they seem to have a lot going on.
Oh, absolutely. TCD's got a wide range of programs, all highly regarded in their fields. You're into business and economics, they've got you covered.
Yeah.
Engineering and technology, yep, that too.
What about life sciences?
Of course, life sciences and medicine, even humanities and social sciences. They're strong across the board, which means no matter what you're into, it's worth checking out what they offer.
And their facilities sound amazing. I mean, for anyone thinking about research, it seems like the place to be.
Yeah, the Trinity Biomedical Sciences Institute is a prime example, a real hub for cutting-edge research. And they've also got these amazing collaborations going on with some big names in industry.
Like, who are we talking about?
Google, Microsoft, Pfizer, the list goes on. And those connections can be gold for students, opening doors to internships, research opportunities, maybe even your future job.
So it's not all work and no play at TCD. What's the vibe like for students outside of class?
Oh, the student life is vibrant for sure. Over 120 sports and student clubs. So whatever you're into, you'll find your tribe. And when you look at their alumni, it speaks volumes.
You're talking about Oscar Wilde, Mary Robinson.
Exactly. That gives you an idea of the kind of environment they foster there, one that nurtures real talent and produces some seriously inspiring individuals.
Okay, so TCD is definitely a tough act to follow. But what other universities in Ireland should we have on our radar?
Well, right up there, you've got University College Dublin, also known as UCD. It consistently ranks second in Ireland and sits comfortably within the global top 200. UCD is particularly well regarded for its business, science, and engineering programs.
I was reading that it has the largest innovation center in all of Ireland. That's got to be exciting for students.
Oh, for sure. It's a real hub for creativity and new ideas, and it plays a big role in why UCD is so good at preparing its grads for the real world. They actually rank first in Ireland and 87th globally when it comes to graduate employability, according to the 2022 QS Graduate Employability Rankings.
Those rankings really highlight how those skills they're teaching translate into actual jobs, right?
Absolutely. And we've even got a concrete example of their research making a difference.
You mean like a real-world application?
Yeah, they developed this microneedle device at UCD. It's a great example of how their work is actually impacting society and, getting recognized by the industry too. This tech has the potential to revolutionize how medications are given, making it less invasive and way more accessible.
Okay, that's pretty impressive. Now, moving down south, we have University College Cork, or UCC. What are their strengths?
UCC is a leader in both research and sustainability, particularly strong in STEM subjects, arts, and health sciences. They're serious about research, too. Their budget was over 96 million euros back in 2016, which shows you how invested they are in pushing boundaries.
Then on the west coast, we've got the National University of Ireland Galway, or NUIG. What sets them apart?
NUIG has a real reputation for excellence, particularly in biomedical science, data analytics, and literature. What's really interesting is their collaborations with some of the biggest names in medtech and tech.
Oh, like who?
Medtronic, Boston Scientific, and IBM. These partnerships give students amazing opportunities, especially in biomedical engineering. Imagine getting to do your internship or thesis project directly addressing real-world needs in medical device technology. And that's a huge industry in Galway.
I did read that NUIG is on the rise in the global rankings too, right?
Absolutely. It's steadily climbing the ranks, and they've even got a 5-star rating from QS for overall excellence. That puts them in the top 1% of universities worldwide. 5 stars. That's a serious achievement.
Very impressive. Now, back in Dublin, we've got another big player, Dublin City University, or DCU. What's their deal?
DCU is all about entrepreneurship, tech, and business. In fact, they've got the largest business incubator in all of Ireland. So if you're feeling entrepreneurial, if the tech world calls to you, definitely check out DCU.
Last but not least, we've got the University of Limerick, or UL, down in the southwest. What's their claim to fame?
UL is known for getting its graduates into jobs. That's thanks in large part to their cooperative education program, which is the biggest in Ireland. They actually integrate paid work placements into their degrees, so you're getting real-world experience as you study. Gives UL graduates a huge leg up in the job market.
So we've got all these amazing universities, each with its own strengths. But how do you, the listener, actually figure out which one is right for you? Where do you even begin?
The first thing you've got to figure out is what you want to specialize in. Which of these universities, or any others you're considering in Ireland, are truly strong in your chosen field? Don't just look at the overall ranking. Look at how the program itself ranks. Research the professors, their expertise, that kind of thing.
And the financial side of things is huge too. What can you tell us about tuition fees and scholarships?
Tuition fees in Ireland, well, they can vary a lot depending on the university and the program. The general range is somewhere between 18,001 and 45,000 euros per year. For example, at UCD, it's more like 15,000 to 40,000 euros depending on what you study. But here's the thing, there are scholarships out there and financial aid too. You've got the Government of Ireland International Education Scholarships, which are a big one, and many universities have their own scholarship programs as well. Put in the time to research these, you might be surprised what you qualify for.
Beyond the degree itself, what about your career after graduation? What should you look for in a university to boost your chances?
Good question. As we mentioned before, graduates from top Irish universities like TCD and UCD are in high demand. Companies like Google, Apple, PwC, they're all snapping them up. So when you're researching, see if they have good internship programs, career fairs where you can meet employers, and strong links to the industries you're interested in. Plus, don't forget about Ireland's post-study work visa. You can stay for 2 years after graduating to get some solid work experience.
We've talked about university rankings a fair bit. How much weight should you really give them when making your decision?
They can be a good starting point, for sure. The QS World University Rankings, Times Higher Education Rankings, they can give you a general idea of where a university stands. And the fact that TCD and UCD always rank high, well, that tells you something, right?
Right.
But they're not the be-all and end-all. Look deeper, see how the specific program you're interested in ranks, and consider all those other factors we've talked about.
Makes sense? What about making sure the degree you get is actually recognized?
Good point. Make sure any university you're considering has proper accreditation from recognized international education organizations. That way, your degree will hold its value worldwide.
Okay, we've covered a lot of the academic and career stuff. Now let's talk about the more practical side of things. Where are you actually going to be living and studying for the next few years?
Campus facilities and location are definitely important for your overall experience. Do you want to be in the heart of a bustling city like Dublin? Or would you prefer a more regional vibe, maybe somewhere like Cork, Galway, or Limerick? Each city has its own unique charm and offers a different kind of student life. And then, of course, check out the university's infrastructure, too.
You're talking about libraries, labs.
Exactly. Libraries, labs, study spaces, recreational facilities, and make sure they're up to par for your needs, both academically and personally.
For the research-minded folks out there, what should they be looking for specifically?
If research is your thing, dig deep into the university's research funding, their track record, the quality of their facilities. See who they're partnering with, what kind of collaborations they have going on, especially with leading organizations in your field. That'll give you an idea of the research opportunities that might be open to you.
What about support systems?
Yeah.
Those must be crucial for international students.
Oh, they're essential. Look for universities that offer strong academic support, like tutoring, writing centers, and career counseling to help you figure out your next steps. And mental health support is so important these days. Check out what resources they have in place for students. Adapting to a new country and a new academic environment, it can be tough. So these support systems can make all the difference.
Seeing what other students have achieved after graduating from a certain university can be pretty inspiring too, right?
Absolutely. Check out their alumni success stories. They can give you a real sense of the career paths and networking opportunities that open up. For example, LetzStudy shared a few really interesting examples.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
Priya's journey to TCD for computer science showed how valuable expert application advice can be. Rahul managed to snag an MBA at UCD with scholarship support, which just goes to show that the right guidance can lead to both admission and financial aid. And then there's Aisha, who found success in biotech at the University of Galway. Her story highlights how choosing the right university can directly lead to a fulfilling career in your chosen research field. It's all about careful planning and making informed choices.
And we can't forget about the practicalities of living in a new country either. There's more to consider than just the tuition fees.
Exactly. When you're budgeting, you need to factor in the cost of living, accommodation, transport, food, all those daily expenses. It can vary quite a bit depending on where you are, so do your research.
Speaking of practicalities, don't forget about application deadlines and visas.
Absolutely. Deadlines will be different for every university and program, so check those carefully. And apply early if you can to increase your chances of getting a place. Make sure the university is recognized by the Irish immigration authorities and that you understand their visa policy for international students. And like you said before, don't be afraid to ask about post-study work opportunities. The university might have resources or connections to help you out.
Sometimes the best information comes from the people who've actually been there and done that.
Yeah, totally. Student reviews and testimonials can give you a real insider's perspective on what it's like to study at a particular university. Read up on campus life, the quality of teaching, the resources available, all that good stuff. Check out university websites, student forums, online platforms. Get a well-rounded view.
Okay, we've talked a lot about how to choose the right university for you. But what about those common challenges students face when thinking about studying in Ireland? What are some of the hurdles, and more importantly, how do you overcome them?
Well, there are 6 common issues that pop up quite frequently for international students. First, there's the perception of high tuition fees, which is a valid concern.
Right.
The key here is to actively search for scholarships and financial aid. Universities offer them, the Irish government offers them, you just need to find them. And depending on your visa, maybe you can get a part-time job to help with the costs. Then there's the whole overwhelming number of courses and universities and trying to figure out which one is actually the best fit for you. Again, do your research, look at those program-specific rankings, the professor's expertise, graduate employment rates, all of that.
Immigration and visa applications, those can be pretty daunting too.
Oh, absolutely. The visa process can be a bit of a maze. Stick to the official guidelines from the Irish immigration authorities. That's your best bet. But if it feels too overwhelming, maybe look into educational consultants. They specialize in helping international students with these applications.
Finding a place to live, especially in a new city, can be a challenge too.
Yeah, housing is definitely a valid concern, especially affordability in bigger cities like Dublin. My advice: start your search early, like way early. Look into private rentals that are student-friendly and apply for any university-managed housing as soon as you can. Sometimes talking to current students can help too. They might have some leads.
Adjusting to a new culture, a different way of learning, that's a big one too.
Definitely. Those cultural differences and different teaching styles can take some getting used to, but those orientation programs, especially the ones specifically for international students, those can really help. And make an effort to connect with other students, build your network, you'll find your feet.
And the big question for a lot of students is, what about jobs after graduation? What are the prospects like in Ireland?
That's a natural concern. When you're choosing a university, look for ones with strong ties to industries you're interested in. See if they offer internships, co-op programs, those are gold. And get to know those post-study work visa options we talked about. That extra time in Ireland after graduating can be so valuable for your career.
It's good to hear about those potential challenges, and even better, to have some solutions laid out. We also have some expert insights to share, right?
We do. Ben Souter, the senior vice president at QS, had some really interesting things to say.
For anyone who doesn't know, QS is a leading authority when it comes to university rankings, right?
Yep, they're the big leagues. So Ben highlighted Ireland's constant improvement in the QS subject rankings.
Which means what exactly?
It shows that Ireland's reputation as a top-notch study destination is only getting stronger, which is great news for anyone thinking about heading there.
Anything else stand out from his comments?
He also talked about how Irish universities overall have been climbing the ranks in the QS World University Rankings.
It's a pretty big deal.
It means they're getting better and better at delivering world-class education, producing grads who are not just knowledgeable, but also have the skills employers are looking for. He specifically mentioned UCD's strong reputation among employers, which is a testament to how well they prepare students for the workforce.
So it sounds like Irish universities are not just maintaining their high standards, but actually surpassing them, becoming even more competitive on a global scale.
Exactly. And to quote one of our sources, when it comes to choosing the best university in Ireland for you, it all boils down to how well that particular institution matches your specific academic goals, research interests, and career aspirations.
Mhm.
All areas where the universities we've discussed have really shown their strengths and they just keep getting better.
So for all of you out there listening, weighing up your options.
The takeaway is this. Ireland has a fantastic selection of world-class universities, each with its own unique character and areas where they really shine.
It's not about finding the #1 university in some overall ranking. It's about finding the perfect fit for you.
The one that aligns with your passions, your career goals, even your personality, and what kind of environment you thrive in.
Spend time researching. Think about everything we've talked about today.
The courses, the career prospects, the campus vibe, the support you'll get.
All of it plays a part in making this decision. It's about setting yourself up for a successful, rewarding experience in Ireland.
And here's a final thought to leave you with. Given how well Irish universities are doing globally, how strong their academic programs are, and how connected they are to industry, what are you most excited to explore? What research areas, what industries really call to you? And how could a university like Trinity College Dublin, University College Dublin, or the University of Galway, with their specific strengths and connections, help you make a real impact in those fields? Take some time to really think about those questions, go deeper than what we've covered here today. This is just the starting point. The rest is up to you.